We all want to have a flatter stomach and look slimmer, but that's hard to do when you're always bloated. Want to know how to get rid of the bloat for good? Let's start with what causes bloat in the first place. Do a Google search for foods that cause bloating and you'll find pages of articles written by nutritionists, dietitians, and gastroenterological doctors, all pointing to the same 5 to 10 categories of food. Here are 9 of them. Number 1, high FODMAP foods. Number 2, grains. Number 3, beans. Number 4, fructose-rich foods. Number 5, cruciferous vegetables. Number 6, dairy. Number 7, sweetened food. Number 8, sugar substitutes. And number 9, carbonated drinks.
Now, before we dive into each of these categories, there's one thing I found very interesting. You may have caught it already. Left off every list was meat. The same people who tout the dangers of red meat are the same people who admit that it doesn't impact this area of our lives, which causes weekly or daily discomfort, but we should keep from eating the foods that our tummy is rejecting. Interesting.
Let's start with Fodmaps. Fodmap is an acronym for fermentable oligosaccharide, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. They're natural sugars that travel to the large intestine where they are fermented by bacteria. It's the fermentation that causes gas and bloating. Some of the foods that fall into this category are garlic, onions, artichoke, asparagus, beans, cauliflower, mushrooms, peas, pickles, kidney beans, soybeans, and scallions, just to name a few. Now, here's the part you gotta love. I was reading an article where one nutritionist said, removing high FODMAP foods from the diet can provide some much needed relief, alleviating bloating, pain, and passage of wind. But a low FODMAP diet is not a permanent solution. This is because it reduces the amount of soluble fiber and probiotics in the gut, which winds up reducing the number of gut-friendly bacteria in your gut, end quote.
Can we just walk through the logic of this statement for a moment? Removing something that causes stomach pain and farting is not a permanent solution because it reduces fiber and prebiotics, which allegedly reduces the number of friendly bacteria in your gut. She's right that what you put in your gut influences your gut microbiome, but it's not the absence of these foods that's the issue. It's the consumption of antibiotics, sugar, and heavily processed foods that causes dysbiosis. Why would we trade bloating for an unfounded belief about the value of these foods?
That's a good point. Next, we have grains. Grains such as wheat, rye, and barley cause gluten, which causes bloating and inflammation. And yet, even on the newest, horrific version of the food pyramid, grains make up a quarter of what we're recommended to eat. Number 3 was beans. There's a number of them that fall into the FODMAP category, but essentially, all beans will cause bloating because of their high fiber content. Wait a second, isn't fiber necessary? No, it isn't. Fiber is nothing more than indigestible parts of plants, legumes, and grains. It doesn't have any nutritional value and serves only to bulk up our stools and make us feel fuller because it bloats us.
Next up is fructose-rich foods. Fructose is the sugar found in fruit, and fructose malabsorption affects around 40% of people. After eating fruit, individuals with hereditary fructose intolerance may experience nausea, bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, vomiting, and low blood sugar.
Number 5, cruciferous vegetables and leafy greens. These would include arugula, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, collard greens, and kale. Think big salad that leaves you looking and feeling like you're 5 months pregnant.
Number 6 on our hit list is dairy. Lactose intolerance affects a whopping 68% of the population. Lactose is a sugar found in milk and milk products like yogurt. Those of us who lack the lactase enzyme find it difficult to digest lactose, which then leads to pain, bloating, and diarrhea.
Been there. 7 is sweetened foods, more specifically foods that are sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. For the same reason mentioned with fruit, almost half the population struggles with breaking down and absorbing fructose. The foods and drinks that would fall into this category are condiments like ketchup, barbecue sauce, salad dressings, packaged fruit, baked goods, soft drinks, and juices.
Number 8 are sugar substitutes. If you've ever gone keto and got sucked into the world of keto snacks, you'll probably resonate with this. Sugar alcohols like xylitol, sorbitol, mannitol, and erythritol are next to impossible to digest. The end result? Bloat. But it's not just in snacks pretending to be healthy that we find these sugar substitutes. The place where you'll most likely find them is in sugar-free gum. So if you're a chronic gum chewer and can't figure out why you're experiencing stomach pain, look no further than your pack of gum.
Finally, number 9 is carbonated drinks. Now more than ever, people are realizing the damaging effects of sugary soft drinks and are seeking healthier alternatives. Enter the world of flavored seltzer. Is there anything inherently wrong? No, not really, except that some are artificially sweetened. But that's another topic for another day. Today, we're talking about bloat. Carbonated drinks are notorious for causing bloat.
The formula for a flatter stomach is really simple. Drop body fat and avoid these belly bloating foods. The solution to addressing both these things at once is following a mostly carnivore diet. By eliminating nearly all the bloating-related foods, you'll simultaneously eliminate the foods which make fat loss most difficult, specifically the grains, sweetened foods, and dairy.
Taking it a step further, many vegetables are triggers for autoimmune diseases, including Hashimoto's, which is a dysfunction of the thyroid that leads to weight gain. And by removing these foods that disrupt digestion, we can take stress off our body, lower inflammation, and absorb more nutrients, all of which enhance our ability to lose body fat. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Pure Physique with That Fitness Couple, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest content. And don't forget to share your bloating experiences or tips in the comments below.